Hello my friends and welcome to episode 15 of our Football Manager 2022 save with Chelsea. This was our beta save. We're continuing until the end of this season. Slight change of billing to today's episode where we're going to play Dortmund. We're now playing Brentford. That's kind of gone against me, and I want to be honest before we even get close to getting into this video. The game against Dortmund I had to replay. Now the result was not too dissimilar. It was 4-2 the initial time I played it to us. We've won 4-1 on the second run. The reason for that is I started recording this video. I was doing this segment here where we go through all the results and discuss who scored, who's doing well, what's going bad, what's going good. And we had a power cut. I literally got to the Sheffield United game, and in the middle of going through all that, the power just went. We're back on now, but I hadn't saved since before the Dortmund game, so I had to replay it. Only replayed it the once, but I want to make you guys aware of that before we even get into it. As I say, it didn't affect the result too much. In fact, we're in a worse position because Lukaku got injured between the Dortmund game and the Brentford game, and I dressed him specifically for this game because the Champions League was already done, which is why we're doing Brentford and not Dortmund. So since the last episode, we drew it 0-0 against Aston Villa. Bit frustrating this. I feel like we've done enough to win it, but hey ho, you can't do it. Can't win them all. We then played Dynamo Kiev. A 5-2 win was the exact opposite of the Aston Villa performance, where we just literally every single shot almost went in the back of the net. I mean, I think XG wise was probably about right, 2.39, but there you go, 17 shots on target. Similar situation, just Villa, we were just much more clinical compared to against Aston Villa. Surely with a brace, Lukaku, Bale and Dembele on the score sheet, they got a couple back through the game. We then played Man United, and as much as I can go into the stats here, and I can go, we should have won this game. Should we have scored? Probably, but the reality is those 20 shots, a lot of them were long rangers, probably 0.1 XG per shot almost on average. Most of the highlights were Man United highlights, so I have absolutely no qualms at losing this. It's frustrating with that front three, as much as Mbappe Mbappe played this game. Yeah, Mbappe, Lukaku, Dybala. So yeah, we had our full strength front three in this game for one of the few times in this month, and that's exactly what we're getting. It's just frustrating. We then played Wolves. A Lukaku brace and Moussa Dembele goal gave us a 3-0 win. Bit bizarre that it went off the boil after half an hour, but hey ho, it is what it is. We then played Fulham. They had Mitrovic sent off, but it was already 3-0 thanks to a Lukaku hat trick. It was then the turn of Dynamo Kiev, and this was a game that I just was like, how in the world did we not win this? Both this and the Everton game. We absolutely battered them. They had one shot on target, it went in. It's what it is. It is what it is. But it got us through in the Champions League. We then played Everton, and similar story. We absolutely battered them. Their XG feels a bit padded with the penalty and stuff. Obviously, we had a penalty which pads ours as well, but that's still 2.5 XG to 1.06. But hey ho, it is what it is. We recovered this late on to get a point. We should have been out of sight, probably before even Calvert-Lewin scored. Disappointing stuff there. We then played Admina Wacker Muddling. I never know how you're supposed to pronounce this, so please let me know in the comments. We won 7-0. They had a man sent off in the 89th minute. It was already 6-0 by that point. Do not blame the guy for going for an early bath. Dembele with a hat-trick, Dybala scoring, Bale scoring, Umtiti scoring, and then Rugani scored a header from the free kick from the sending off to finish off the rout. We then played Sheffield United. Kante, Sule, Davies, Dembele and Lukaku all on the score sheet in the second half. Sander Berge got sent off at the end of the first half. Don't let that fool you. The red card didn't change this game. The only thing that we did different in the second half was we put the ball in the back of the net. We could have easily had this scoreline in the first half. Then, as I said, we played Dortmund. We won 4-2 initially. I can't remember who scored those 4 goals. I was literally just about to cover it when the power went out. We replayed it. Dembele scoring a brace, Mbappe scoring and Dybala scoring. Lukaku's got injured in training between here and there. Let's get pitch side for Brentford, guys. Here we are pitch side, and it's not the usual team that you see on this series. Mason Mount's playing in the midfield alongside Billy Gilmour. Billy Gilmour's performances have made him just about undroppable. Lots of assists, lots of good passing movement. So Gilmour has been probably one of our star players this season. Delighted we've managed to put him in, but I'm also delighted that a player that I really like in real life, and maybe isn't that elite player but could be there, is doing it for me, because that makes me so happy. He's doing a box to box role. It's not his natural role either, but Mason Mount has been asking for game time. I've given him a bit of game time. He's done okay. He's not maybe at the level of Kante but I don't want to drop him yet because I just want him to get that. I'm happy. Thank you for playing me, boss, before January, essentially. So the team that we've gone with is Mendy, Sule, Rugani, Umtiti, James, Davies, Mount and Gilmore in the midfield, with the front three of Mbappe, Dembele and Dybala. As I said before, no Lukaku, who would have been playing this game had I not had a power cut. But hey ho, it is what it is. We get on, we move on. Mr. Dembele has been an absolute fire recently, so hopefully he can continue that form and get us a couple of goals or assists even. I would accept that as well, but I'm not going to complain too much having to play Dembele. Havertz has also handed in a transfer request. I have accepted that because, you know, he's worth, even with the transfer request, and it's saying his value is estimated at between 117 and 130 million, which would allow us to bring someone in. It's Dybala. Get in. So yeah, Brentford was just purely because the Champions League group was already won. Dortmund drew a couple of games. We beat them twice. Well, obviously we beat them once going into that. It was a 5-point gap. We were at 12, they were at 7. So we could not even finish second in that group by the time that we played them in the last game. So it would have been the most pointless game in the world for you to watch. So I just thought, I'll get out of the way. We'll do Brentford. I know there's a number of Brentford fans in the FM community. Let's give them a bit of love. So shout out to those guys. I think, is it Goofy Jord on Twitch? Top guy is a Brentford fan. So I was watching his Brentford stuff during the beta, and he done a cracking job with them. So I thought, why not? Let's show Brentford. They're a good team. You know, it's a Premier League game. Our Premier League form hasn't been great. We are still second in the league. That's dangerous. Don't normally see my defence get split like that. That was poor from us. We are missing Tomori, who's normally that central pivot in the defence. Rugani is more than good enough to do it though. But as Rugani is out of position for that run, he's dragged up to the guy. The guy's made a run behind him. And Umtiti and Sule are split as you would expect in a back three. Just caught a little bit out of position there, Daniel Rugani, and it's cost us a goal. Mepam launches it out, finds Jensen. Aina. Cross to Tony. Onyaka, that's another dangerous ball, splitting defence, but again, force wide this time. Munir. No! Okay, boys. Let's have a little break. Not good enough, boys. Not good enough. Dybala with the corner whipped in. Sule can't win it in the air. Mount picks up. Back to Dybala. Gilmore. It's decent. Oh, it's Billy Gilmore. I was just saying before how he has made himself undroppable. That's his first goal of the season, believe it or not. But everything he's done in the creative side has made him worthy of being selected every single week. And what a finish this is. It just takes a touch out his feet. Bing, top bin. No chance for the goalkeeper. We are back in this game. Not happy to be conceding 2 goals against Brentford, but hey ho, we don't keep clean sheets in this save, do we? Umtiti, Gilmore gets it away, unfortunately for us. Tony, Jensen. Oh, good pressing. Jensen again. Pinnock. Pontus Janssen. Mepam. Davies steps in well. Brings it out. Got to be a bit quicker than that, Davies. You're rapid normally. Okay, I'll stand corrected. What a ball in from Alphonso Davies. And we have turned this game on its head. In the 38th minute, we were 2-1 down. By half time, we were 3-2 up. It's a poor ball out from Mepam. Davies, I thought he was too slow here. And all he's done is just ran down the wing. Not got a challenge done. And picked out a brilliant ball in. And Mbappe comes across the face. Back of the net. 3-2 Chelsea. So definitely find another gear. We can definitely find another gear here. I know that sounds weird when we're 3-2 up, but I don't think we've played particularly outstanding here. if I'm honest. James with the throw in. Mount. Reece James. Back to Mendy. Launches it out. It's poor. I hate it when they do that. And, you know, then Sully just lunging in into fresh air. Ivan Toney could have done a lot better there. He could have really hurt us for that one. Mtiti, Davies. Mtiti. Rugani. Dembele. Oh, it's beautiful from Moussa Dembele. Mbappe's gone a bit wide, but he's got support. He's gone across goal instead, and it finds Alphonso Davies. The opposite of the third goal. Third goal was Davies to Mbappe. This one was Mbappe to Davies. We are actually going to bring Mbappe off. I'm just trying to decide who for, because normally I have an obvious candidate. We're going to go with Kai Havertz. Go put yourself in the window, buddy. Bringing up me 100 million. Let me have some money to spend. That'd be great. Free up a wage as well. Dybala also tied in, as well as Gilmore. So we'll bring Gilmore off for Kante and Dybala, I guess, for Bale. I mean, it still looks like a good front three, that Havertz, Bale and Dembele. You know, there's a time where people would crave for that for kind of front three. And I'm looking at it like to go, I'm sad. I don't have any of my big guys on. Davies whips in. Havertz! Get in. And this is what we needed. This is the response we needed to go in 2-1 down. Great ball again from Alphonso Davies. Finds Havertz. Back of the net, son. Goal. Chelsea. Chelsea 5. Brentford 2. The current scoreline. Munir. Rodriguez scored that brace, of course. Davies intercepts. Bale. It's over for Havertz. Come on, buddy. Just slightly too heavy a touch. And Pacheco able to take that in his hands. Launches forward. Titi loses out in the air. Not often you get to say that. Killing ball in behind for Ivan Toney. We need to fix this defence. If we can get rid of the players that don't want to be here, you know, a Pulisic, Havertz, and invest that money on the defence, we've got a solid team. We've got a solid team, but we need the defence. We need centre backs badly. Reece James and Davies I'm happy with. The midfield I'm happy with. The front three I'm obviously fairly content with. Could we improve it? Probably not. Let's be honest. Dybala's not going to be happy sitting on the bench every week, is he? James, ooh, Pacheco equal to that one. We probably need some backup strikers though, because I don't think Borja, Bale and Havertz are the answer. Havertz just showing he's not a striker. He's not a striker. That's why he doesn't play, because he just doesn't suit the system. He's done alright off the bench, so Kai Havertz, so we're not going to complain. A 5-3 victory there, so 3 points, which, you know, we have to be happy with, but it's not great. It's not great. We are 7 points behind Liverpool, 6 ahead of Man City, who have 2 games in hand, but we have a goal difference advantage of 9. So this is the league table as things stand. Villa also 6 points behind with 1 game in hand. Again, we have a big goal difference advantage there. A further point behind is Everton, and then Man United and Arsenal just slightly behind them. The Champions League group, I should have shown you earlier on. Looks like so, 16 points for us. Do you know Kiev nicking through ahead of Dortmund? What was their hit? 0-0 in Kiev. I'm going to guess a score draw in Dortmund then. They beat them. Wow. Dortmund crash out into the Europa League. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Right, so next game, after the World Cup, we'll probably come back. We'll come back for Arsenal. We will come back for Arsenal. CPL Cash's favourite team, or Corporal Cash's favourite team. Find him regularly in the comment section. Great Twitch streamer as well. Go check him out. But we'll come back. That is his team for them. And we'll just run over them hopefully. But yeah, tune in for that, guys. That then brings us into the January transfer window. Much love, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I certainly did. And I'll hopefully catch you all next time